Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the FPL Podcast with me, Brian, aka FPL Analysis, recording on Sunday, 11th October 2020 for a Game Week 5 preview. Okay, so the format will be the same like last time, where I will start with the review of Game Week 4, how it went for me, and then I will follow it with my transfer plans, and I will end it with my captain picks for Game Week 5. Okay, before we go there, I would like to ask all of you to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and thank you for all your support. Okay, now let's head straight to the main discussion. Okay, so I'll start with a game week 4 review. So how it went for me, I got 63 points. But before that, I would like to say another crazy week. We have another crazy game week with outrageous results, I can say, where we have never imagined that Aston Villa is going to beat Liverpool 7-2. There's a 6-1 victory for Spurs. And in the game week before, in game week 3, we remember how Leicester beat City 5-2. So I can say this is one of the most unpredictable start of the season. We've never expected all the big names to be defeated at that big margin. So you won't expect, let's say, Trent or Robertson or Van Dijk, whoever it is, got a -1, for example, for a match against Aston Villa. Okay, if they get, let's say, -1 against big teams like City or maybe Chelsea, probably you can still tolerate that or understand that. But this is against Aston Villa, whom we expected to have a clean sheet, 6 points, but they end up with a -1. So it's just one of the most unpredictable start of the season. But that is FPL, that is football, anything can happen. And yeah, it's okay. We just need to enjoy and adapt with that way. Okay, so I go with 63 points just now. So yeah, I can say in a crazy game week, this is considered to be quite decent, quite good game week, to be honest. 63 points. I'll take that. I'll take that anyway. Yeah. So who performs and who doesn't? Okay, I will start with the good ones first. So I got Roman Size finally after I brought him in game week 3. He gave me a 0 point. Now he pays me with nice clean sheet and 2 bonus points with 8. So Size gave me 8 points. Yeah, Sterling as my captain give me 18 points. Okay, Salah, again Salah always did what he does. 13 points. And then Alan Saint Maximan, I hold him where everybody is like selling him for pedants and everything else. I hold him, I played him, 12 points return from him. Very happy. DCL continued his great form, 6 points. So those are my good ones, I can say. And some of the blanks and bad ones are Matt Ryan, 0 point. Trent, like the one I discussed just now, -1, -1. And then James Justin with 1 point. And then Rashford with 2 points only, blanks. I'll talk about him later on in my transfer. He's in my chopping block. Harvey Barnes, very disappointed to get the goal disallowed for offside. If not, he's going to be end up with 7 points, but he ended up with a blank 2 points, and I'll talk about him as well later on. Mitrovic, blanks again with 2. Okay, so total 63 points. Green arrow, at least I got green arrow from 363k all the way to 307k. I leave KWP, Walker Peters, on my bench with 5 points. Yeah, I should have played him, for example, instead of Justin, probably, but we never know. And okay, so I would like to discuss first is Harvey Barnes. He is the player that I transferred in for ahead of game week 4 for Son. So I transferred out Son for Harvey Barnes for the sake of like I saw that yellow flag 25% a chance of playing. So therefore, I didn't want to experience any price drop. So I transferred out Son for Harvey Barnes. And yes, I got the news on Friday, if I'm mistaken, that Son could make it for Old Trafford. Okay, I thought like, okay, made him or not, it doesn't make really much difference. And after I watched uh, Harvey Barnes score, I feel like, okay, I've done the right choice, and finally it was ruled out due to offside. Finally, okay, 2 points. And then when it goes to United match, I thought like Son Heung-min, okay, can't do anything. Especially it's 1-0 at just 2 minutes, if I'm mistaken. 1 minute or 2 minutes right into the match. Bruno scored a penalty, and I thought that, okay, after that 1-1 suddenly, and Ndombele scores. Okay, I thought that, okay, it's fine. But then I didn't watch anymore, and the next day I watched 6-1. I saw Son's name there, scoring 2 goals, I think, 2 goals and 1 assist, 18 points, and I transferred him out. I bring in somebody who got 2 points, so I lost 16 points. But that is FPL; you can't predict what will happen. And anyway, that's what happened during game week 4. 63, still above average. Very happy. As long as it's a green arrow, it's a good one, right? For FPL managers, right? Okay, and first, okay, before I go to my transfer plans and my captain picks for game week 5, I would like to say that, okay, this week we don't have any FPL because of the international break. So, but then for us FPL managers, even though it's international break, we also keep on monitoring, especially our players, the players in our team who have the international duty. We have to monitor whether they are injured or they came out with a good condition or not, and something like that. So normally I will hold the transfer as long as possible, probably the second after. So maybe next coming Friday, then normally we will do the kind of transfer so that we can know everything. Okay, all our players, are they injured, are they not? But for me, this disclaimer first, right? Spoiler, I can say, is that I've done my transfer. Okay, I've done my transfer, and that is Rashford out. Okay, for Son Heung-min. So I brought him back in. Yes, you hear it right. I got Rashford out. Son get back into my team after being sold ahead of game week 4. Now he's back to my team ahead of game week 5. The reason is why I did it very early, because Son doesn't have any international match, so he got a 2 weeks full of rest. So hopefully he can continue his good form against West Ham. That's the reason why I do the early transfer. Very early, I think I could say it's last Monday or Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, that I made the transfer for Son. Yeah, so Son in, Rashford out for my team. The temptation to do wildcard is there, but when I look at my team, I don't see any issue or any immediate issue or any rush there that I should hit that wildcard button. So I plan to do, in terms of my wildcard, is actually in game week 10, probably 10 or so. That's the time when I plan to hit that wildcard button and do something to my team. But right now, I look at my team. I don't see anything that I don't like apart from, let's say, Mitrovic. I can say maybe only Mitrovic is the only problem that I have in my team right now. But I think I would give him another chance. He has a match against Sheffield United. Sheffield without O'Connell, not so solid. Hopefully Mitrovic can get something there. So I think I'll give him another chance to be in my team. Therefore, I don't see anything that caused me to let's say play the wild card. Okay, I got 2 yellow flag players right now. ASM still yellow flagged. Sterling yellow flag, minor hamstring, but he's now pulled out from international duty, so he got 2 weeks full of resting, and it's only a minor hamstring. Hopefully he can make it to the match against Arsenal in game week 5. Okay, so now let's move on to my transfer plans. I think I've covered that as well just now, that I have made the transfer, one free transfer only for this game week. and I go with Rashford out, Son Heung-min in, and I'm currently quite settled with my team, lock that players in. So I think I will still play the players I played in game week 4, aside from Rashford become Son only. Other than that, I think Walker Peters will still be in my bench, Keenan Davis will still be in my bench, and then Nathan Ferguson still in my bench, and Christian Walton still in my bench. So I'll play the same starting 11 apart from Rashford to become Son only for game week 5. Okay, now let's head to captain picks then. Okay, so first I talk about the general captain picks that you can choose from for game week 5. There are several shout out here. First is Spurs player Kane and Son. I think if you have Kane or Son, they have good fixture against West Ham. They have the form also. Yes, I know West Ham also got the form, but Spurs are, I can say, on fire, especially Harry Kane, because his ability to score goals, to score assists. This is the time for those Harry Kane owners. Probably you can give your armband to him. The next one, definitely Mohamed Salah. It is always a captain choice, I think, week in, week out. I think from game week 1 to 38, you can simply, if you don't want to have any headache, you can simply stick your armband on the Egyptian king and then done with the game. You can captain him every single game. He has returned. He has only blanked once, and that's against Arsenal, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, Arsenal is against 5 points, right? Only blanked once, if I'm not mistaken. Apart from that, he has been returning every single game week. The next one, KDB. KDB, I think we know what he's capable of. The opponent next is Arsenal. We know what the last time out at home against Arsenal, 19 points from KDB. So he is always a choice, I think, captain choice, together with Sterling. I think if you want to captain a Man City player, so it's either De Bruyne or Sterling. Okay, I know KDB has experienced a price drop during the international break for blank. I think that happens to some good players, but they'll bounce back again, I believe. Next captain option, Raul Jimenez. Yes, I know he's disappointing. Okay, he has been a disappointing asset. He has disappointed a lot of the owners. Probably I'm not one of them. I don't own Jimenez. Yes, in a match against Fulham, he should have scored. People would have expected him to score at least a goal and an assist, probably, but he didn't do it. But Jimenez is still Jimenez, consistent. I think he's going to return against Leeds United. We know how Leeds is very leaky in the defense, so there's a chance that Jimenez could do something in the next match. And then the next one, definitely Jamie Vardy against Aston Villa. Yes, improve Aston Villa in defense, but with the speed of Jamie Vardy, I think it's going to be a troublesome as well for Aston Villa's defenders, because Konsa and Mings are not that fast. Okay, so maybe Vardy could exploit the defense of Aston Villa using the speed, because we know Salah scored 2 goals, right, against Aston Villa, so there's a chance that Vardy could score something there. So those are the captain picks for the premiums one, I can say. Now go to the differential captain. If you want to make some ground, make some difference, I can say. So here again, what I said, the differential captain that I choose is not because of the ownership, because not simply because of the low ownership, but I choose this captain because I think many people will go to the other players and not going to captain this player. That's why I call them as a differential captain. Another a good example, I think, is like Sterling. Okay, Sterling is a good example of differential captain in game week 4. Okay, I know many people will go with probably Salah. Probably they will go with KDB. They will all go with Jimenez. They will all go with Ings, Werner probably. But then Sterling is quite overlooked. Okay, so my differential captain is the overlooked players. So I don't really take the ownership into the account when I choose my differential captain. All right, let's head through my differential captains. I picked three captains here, three differential captains. The first one is Kai Havertz from Chelsea. Yes, they have a match against Southampton next at home. Havertz, I think he could be a good player start to have some contribution. Yes, he got an assist, I think, against who is it? Yeah, he got against Crystal Palace. Yeah, he won the penalty. He got the assist, 6 points in game week 4. Havertz is trying to see very well right now, but and with the return of Pulisic and hopefully Ziyech, this could actually boost, I can say, the chance for Havertz to deliver something. By the way, I would like to go to again one more time is the reason why I don't play wildcard here because in after this 4 game weeks, strange game week I can say, I still have not seen any. It's not yet enough data I can say for me to do the judgment who to change and who not to. First, I'm looking very closely right now to Chelsea's match. Though I don't have any Chelsea asset, but I would love to have one of them. So with Pulisic back, G back, Havertz is trying to go well, and Werner is still trying to find his form. One of these 4 players, I would love to have them in my team, and I do not know yet who to have. I really fancy Pulisic to be honest, but I would love to have Ziyech because of the price, and Havertz as well with their position. So one of these 3, I can say Pulisic, Havertz, and Ziyech. These are the 3 that I really would like to see for the next couple of game weeks. So maybe game week 5, 6, 7, maybe game week 8 or 9, then they are going to come to my team. So at that time, probably I will hit my wildcard button to bring them in. But then, until then, I'll still hold my wildcard intact because we don't know what happened, especially during this pandemic. So Havertz, again, my captain picks for the differential captain. The second one is Chris Wood from Burnley. He could be a good differential captain, I think. And the last one is Neil Mopai. Has been fantastic in form, has been starting to find a good form under Potter. So he could be a good option for Brighton's asset, I think, as a captain option if you are brave enough, of course. Okay, so those are my differential captains. So now I will discuss my own captain option for my own team. So there are several candidates here. The first one is Son Heung-min, definitely, home against West Ham. Second option could be Salah. Yes, tough match at Everton, but Salah is Salah, he can do something. And the last one is Sterling. So I am still not sure. Currently, my armband is on Son, but advice captain actually on Barnes, but I do not know. I will change that probably. But there are 3 main candidates for my captain options is Son, Sterling, or Salah. I'm still not yet locked in for the captaincy options, but then I still have 1 more week to decide and try to see what happened, the development, the latest update on the international duty and international match as well. I need to see that before I decided on my captain options. But so far, probably is Son Heung-min, vice probably on Salah. Yeah, so that covers my captain picks and also my transfer plans. Before I end my podcast, I would like to have a quick shout out to UCL Fantasy, so Champions League Fantasy Football for us. I've done my first draft. You can check on my Instagram at FPL Analysis to see my first draft and also the code. The code to join my league in UCL, in Champions League Fantasy, is 921D Delta, 3E Echo, B Bravo, K Kilo, Q Queen, D Delta 02. So 921 D3E BKQ D02. So a bit longer, but it's okay. I'll put that down on my description below. And also I'll check out on my Insta story or probably on my posting on my Instagram to find out my code for the UCL Fantasy. If you like to join, feel free to do so. Okay, that covers everything. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you again probably next week for a game week 6 preview. Until then, good luck. Cheers.